now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's, yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the run, this is Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Broncos get first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
10 Lobo. 53. Go. Let's go. Hey, Steve 6. 53.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
You better be afraid of me. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Lindsay, the intended target.
Let's go. Hey, 180. We own it. We own it.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50. Regular. He's heavy on the edges. 51.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They hold it to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, Ward. 53. Yeah. Lee Griffin.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Landry. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Mayfield, complete. It's Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
1-yard gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield on first down. That's taken in by Callaway. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's Locke. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Block now to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Smooth. Check 24, check 24. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Five. Yep. I got it. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's pulled in at the 32. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 53. I got it. Spot.
Protein spill.
No.
Get it.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mike 53. Mike.
Better bring it. Now.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you.
6'6", pull it high. Look at me, zipper.
Check 99.
X3, 218, chopper.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, wahoo! Yo, go!
Clock will try again on 2nd down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
General West.
Check nickel.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And McManus able to put it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 36. Check 31.
Hey! 5.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
You can't block me.
Hey, zoom.
53's a Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's pick it up. It's out of
Go.
time.
Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to plan, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they work this out past the 25. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 31, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Check, 47. Drop deep. Alert. Regular. Go, let's go.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Greystone, travel. Let's go.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Keep playing on, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
On the double.
53, Mike.
Go.
Bandit.
49, check 49.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready, break.
53.
Bravo.
Yeah, that's what I do. Slam.
Hey. Hey, team 6. Get it.
Block taking the snap at 1. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Here's Brian Anger now. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Undercross. Hey, exit.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Locke going to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
53's the Mike. 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Woo-hoo.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A run for Nick Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke, that one into the hands of Hamilton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Hey, hurry. 53's mine.
Locke now on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Leo. Get.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
At the 43-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.